Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the WNBA matches that are happening on Thursday, July 27, 2023. We will be providing our team and total picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. Our Patreon is a way for you to support our channel and help us improve our content. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Atlanta Dream vs New York Liberty. The Atlanta Dream played the Connecticut Sun and walked away from this one with a loss by a score of 86-78 in their last game. Atlanta ended the game having earned a 30.4% FG percentage, 21 of 69, and made 6 of 26 shots from downtown. At the free throw line, the Dream buried 30 of 37 attempts for a percentage of 81.1%. Regarding grabbing rebounds, they compiled a total of 38, with 10 of them being on the offensive end. They also recorded 7 assists in the game, in addition to forcing 13 turnovers and having 6 steals. When discussing the defense, Atlanta allowed 43.9% from the field on 29 out of 66 shooting. Connecticut distributed 6 assists and had 8 steals for the contest. In addition, Connecticut totaled 39 rebounds, 6 offensive, 33 defensive, and had 5 blocked shots. Connecticut finished the game shooting 75.0% at the free throw line by knocking down 21 of their 28 tries. They also converted 7 out of their 24 tries from three-point range. Atlanta comes into this matchup with a win-loss mark of 13-10 so far this year. They turn it over 14.6 times per game and as a unit are committing 19.8 fouls on a nightly basis. As a team, Atlanta is collecting 37.2 boards per game and has racked up 430 assists this season, which ranks 8th in basketball in terms of passing the rock. The Dream are hitting 35.8% on three-point attempts, 162 of 453, and 78.5% from the free throw line. They average 85.0 points per game, 4th in the league, on 43.4% from the floor. Defensively, the Dream are able to force 13.2 turnovers per game and they draw 19.8 personal fouls. The Dream defensively are giving up a field goal percentage of 42.5%, 304 of 456, and they surrender 35.8 boards per game as a basketball team. They are currently ranked 3rd in basketball in giving up assists, with 442 conceded so far this year. They are surrendering 32.6% on shots from distance, and they rank 9th in the WNBA in PPG allowed, 84.7. Our team pick is Atlanta. When they last stepped on the court, the New York Liberty took home the win by a final score of 101-83 against the Indiana Fever. The Liberty were able to snag 24 defensive rebounds and 11 offensive boards for a total of 35 in the game. They turned it over 16 times, while earning 8 steals for this contest. The Fever earned 17 fouls for the game, which took the Liberty to the charity stripe for a total of 14 attempts. They were able to convert 10 of them for a percentage of 71.4%. In reference to three-point attempts, New York converted 17 of their 34 tries, 50.0%. When this game wrapped up, the Liberty went 37 out of 68 from the field, which gave them a percentage of 54.4%. The Liberty permitted the Fever to knock down 30 out of their 65 tries from the field, which gave them a shooting percentage of 46.2% in the game. New York has a record of 17-5 for the year. New York has accumulated 1,951 points for the campaign, 88.7 per game, and they grabbed 37.7 boards per game. The Liberty have committed 17.4 personal fouls per contest, and they shoot 83.1% from the free throw line. On the offensive side of the court, the Liberty are connecting on 45.7% from the floor, which has them ranked 2nd in basketball. Their rate of earning assists is at 24.5 times per contest, 1st in the league, and they turn the ball over 14.4 times per game. The Liberty on defense are ranked 5th in basketball in points given up per game with 82.4. They are able to force 12.2 turnovers on a nightly basis and have let teams shoot 42.4% from the field, 4th in basketball. The New York defense gives up 36.0% on three-point attempts, 170 of 472, and opponents are making 79.3% of their foul shots. They surrender 19.0 assists and 34.0 boards on a nightly basis, which has them ranked 3rd and 4th in the league. Our total pick is over. Indiana Fever vs Los Angeles Sparks. The Indiana Fever played the New York Liberty and took a loss by a score of 101-83 in their last contest. Indiana ended with a 46.2% FG percentage, 30 of 65, and buried 8 out of their 17 shots from beyond the perimeter. At the charity stripe, the Fever buried 15 of their 17 attempts for a rate of 88.2%. When it comes to rebounding, they compiled a total of 25, with 8 of them being on the offensive end. They also doled out 19 assists for this game, while creating 16 turnovers and getting 10 steals. When discussing defense, Indiana let their opponent shoot 54.4% from the floor on 37 out of 68 shooting. New York distributed 11 dimes and had 8 steals in this contest. In addition, New York had 35 rebounds, 11 offensive, 24 defensive, and added 3 blocks. New York finished the game shooting 71.4% from the free throw line by knocking down 10 of 14 tries. They also buried 17 of 34 attempts from beyond the arc. Victoria Vivians is someone who was a contributor in the matchup. She ended up walking away with 16 points on 6 of 9 shooting. She was on the hardwood for 29 minutes and pulled down 5 rebounds. Vivians finished the contest at 66.7% from the field and also dished out 3 assists. Indiana enters this game with a mark of 6-17 this year. They are averaging 82.0 points per contest, 6th in the WNBA, while connecting on 44.3% from the field. The Fever are connecting on 32.5% on three-pointers, 146 of 449, and 80.1% from the charity stripe. As a unit, Indiana is snagging 35.0 boards per game and has accumulated 425 dimes for the campaign, which has them ranked 10th in basketball in terms of passing. They are turning it over 13.7 times per game, and as a unit they commit 20.7 personal fouls per contest. On the defensive end of the court, the Fever are able to force 12.5 turnovers on a nightly basis, while drawing 17.7 personal fouls. They relinquish 36.7% on shots from beyond the arc, and they are 11th in the WNBA in points per game from their opponents, 85.9. The Fever are giving up a FG percentage of 44.5%, 288 of 408, and they surrender 32.8 rebounds per game as a squad. They are ranked 10th in the league in giving up assists to their opponents, with 475 conceded on the season. Our team pick is Los Angeles. For their last game, the Los Angeles Sparks took a loss by a final score of 98-84 when they faced the Dallas Wings. The Sparks were able to corral 21 defensive boards and 3 offensive boards totaling 24 in the matchup. They also coughed up the ball 12 times while earning 4 steals in the game. The Wings had 14 personal fouls for the game, which got the Sparks to the free throw line for 14 tries. They were able to convert 12 of those for a percentage of 85.7%. In regard to shots from three-point land, Los Angeles converted 8 of 18 attempts, 44.4%. When the final whistle was blown, the Sparks went 32 out of 63 from the floor, which gave them a percentage of 50.8%. The Sparks permitted the Wings to make 41 of 76 attempts from the field, which gave them a shooting percentage of 53.9% in this matchup. Los Angeles has a mark of 8-15 so far this season. The Sparks have committed 17.5 fouls per contest, and they hit 80.8% from the charity stripe. They are getting an assist 19.0 times per game, 7th in the WNBA, and they cough up possession 12.9 times per contest. Los Angeles has accounted for 1,803 PTS on the year, 78.4 per contest, and they average 32.0 rebounds per contest. When it comes to executing on offense, the Sparks are connecting on 42.3% from the floor, which ranks 11th in basketball. The Sparks on the defensive side of the court are 4th in the league in PPG given up with 82.3. They are forcing 14.3 turnovers on a nightly basis and allow teams to shoot 46.3% from the field, 11th in the league. The Los Angeles defense surrenders 32.0% on shots from beyond the perimeter, 161 of 503, and their opponents are connecting on 77.3% of their free throw attempts. They relinquish 19.7 assists and 35.8 rebounds per contest, which has them ranked 7th and 9th in the WNBA. Our total pick is over.